Hey everyone, welcome to a Let's Build of Ghosty, the ex-Halloween Ancient Pumpkin Girl. And so I figured before people start asking for this, I should just do it. The Let's Build of Ghosty. I like doing the Let's Builds, like talking about the characters. There's a lot to talk about with Ghosty with her development. Hopefully show some concept art here, and some great ideas and where her whole character and personality came from. And she's one of my favorite Fodom characters. So, yeah. And this is obviously not the... Christmas version. This is the Halloween version, and her normal version. The Christmas version is literally exactly the same, except the cape and the shoulders are gone and the chest piece is gone, and she's got the thing on her. She's got the I can't say a word. It is a sweater. She's got this Christmas sweater on her. That's the only difference. And she's got different hair, which, by the way, this hair is not right. It's wrong color, whatever. Head is spray painted, obviously. Yeah, but she's got a cool backstory, how she came to be developed and how everything worked out. And she's one of my favorite characters. Like I said, I think she's a great looking, like, design-wise. I really like her design. I think it looks really cool. That has a lot to do with Noretta helping out with the design. So, yeah, let's just get into Let's Build. I'm going to start off with the torso. Thank you for look forward to the rest of the video. Yeah. All right, so we're going to start with the torso. Which, by the way, I'm recording solo order because I already took the torso apart before I started. I'm going to move the cape out of the way here. By the way, this came from Zerg, a Zerg buildable figure. That came out for, like, Toy Story. That's where I got this. Actually, it's not where I got it. That's where my buddy Vanu got it. And I don't even think he got it there. I think he got it off Bricklink. So, by the way, yeah, Vanu gave this to me at Brick Fair, so thank him. Yeah, we're just going to start with the torso. I'm going to see if I can remember everything. Yeah. So, talking about... Sorry, I'm getting messages here. So, talking about her development, Ghosty's character was actually originally supposed to be a male character. Before... Actually, alright, so you're going to want to get here, and then you're going to want to put this here. But originally supposed to be a male character, but then I decided to make the Valentine's Day Ancient a male, and I figured I wanted the Ancients to be more balanced with their male and female. I didn't want them all to be guys. So it's like, okay, I'll make the Halloween Ancient a female. And I decided this a long time ago. And because I had the whole idea of the Ancients thought up for the Easter special, so I really just kind of left it out there. But originally it was going to be a male, and then I changed my mind and made it a female because, like I said, I want more representation of both genders. So that's where that came about, and then what ended up happening was my friend Renzo wrote the first draft of the script, and there was a couple moments in there where Camilio was talking. And just said a few things that kind of hinted that he might have had feelings for her. And then through that, then when I went and rewrote it, I was like, okay, well that seems to be working well. And I decided to keep going with that because it was working well in the script, and I figured it could be an interesting new side for Camilio, and I figured it could make the Fodom storyline a whole lot better, and it could reinforce his character arc, which you guys don't know about yet, but he's got a character arc going and everything. And it helps build towards that. So here's a torso. If you can kind of see, that's kind of how it's built. We move this. This is not attached to anything. You can put something there. But yeah, just a lot of ball joints. And then this piece in here, if you can see that. And it's pretty simple. But yeah, so the whole relationship between her and Camila wasn't initially thought up until, like I said, the writing phase, where most of that, where it just kind of worked out, and just the way I was writing just felt, it just, that's just the way the characters went. I usually, when I write characters, I don't try and force stuff like that, and it happened when I was writing it. So her whole idea was thought up without, she wasn't designed to just be Camille's girlfriend or something stupid like that. She was thought up as her own character before all of that, which I think made her a way stronger character herself. So there's her torso. We're gonna move on to the arms now, because the legs are really simple. Alright, so there's the arms. These are one of the more complicated parts. So, what was going on then was that whole thing just kind of happened when I was writing it. And I was initially like, okay, so we're going to have the Camilio having feelings for her, but I wasn't sure how the audience would react to that, and I wasn't sure if people would want that for Fodom or for Camilio as a character. I was actually expecting a much harsher reaction to what I got. I was expecting people to not be a fan of it and to not like it. And I was talking with Noretta, and Noretta was like, nah, everyone's going to really like it. You're just saying that because, you always say that, just everything's going to be fine. Okay, I got to remember how to do this. And So I was nervous about it with the Halloween special. I wasn't sure. Initially, the plan was to end everything at the Christmas special and just get rid of the whole storyline in general. But then people really liked it in the Halloween special, and people were like, "Yo, I'm totally on board with this. These two characters having this relationship," and that's what happened. And so then that's just kind of how everything happened. And then because everyone was so on board with it, and especially in the Christmas special, people, really were a fan of it. People are actually a big fan of the whole relationship. I was surprised how positive a reaction. I've heard no one say this shouldn't have happened or you should have avoided this, which is pretty crazy and really good because and it's opened up the bottom storyline to just change crazily, and a lot of stuff is just different. And so yeah, you can kind of see the basic layout of the arm here. Yeah. But I don't want to keep talking about Ghosty with Camilo because I like thinking of her as more of an independent character. I don't want her to just be everything with Camilo. In fact, I'm going to talk more about her and talk more about development of her and stuff like that. I just kind of wanted to talk about the obvious everything. So yeah. So I'm going to get into more of that, and I'm going to definitely take time at the end to just talk more about the character. It sucks. I wish Naruto was here because I'd be able to talk about it more. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so here are the legs. They're really simple. I just feel like I'm just going to, after this, I'm going to take all the other parts and put them together without cutting because it'd just be easier. So, because originally she was supposed to be this Halloween character, the idea, she obviously I want her to be very eccentric and very like Jack Skellington inspired and all that, and obviously she really is when you see the Halloween special. But the whole idea of her having plant and vine powers was not initially there. That happened because of Nareda when she drew her, which I'll be back and throw up some art here. Because Nareda, when we were originally designing her, I drew her, and then Nareda drew her, and Nareda drew this great artwork. And Nareda had the idea of giving her all the vines and everything, especially with her hair. And then that gave me the idea to give her those plant life manipulation powers that she has. And that leads into a big thing about Ghosty. The whole Halloween dynamic is her whole character is that she's trying to be the Halloween ancient. She's trying to act like this big Halloween personality because it puts a barrier between her and other people, and it makes her feel like that's what people want her to be, the ancients, and all the sprites want her to be like this crazy Halloween ancient, and so she's acting over the top a little bit on purpose, which is hasn't been shown too much in Fodom, but she's kind of not acting like herself. She is, obviously, but she's enhancing it a little bit and putting up a little bit of a show because she feels like she needs to, because then that's the only way people will like her, because where she comes from, nobody really likes her. Her mother abandoned her because the idea with Ichabod sprites or pumpkin sprites is that, by the way, here's her head. So the head is really simple. This is just putty in here. That's how everything connects. By the way, this is the wrong color, I know. But this is all putty, and so it takes some work to get used to that. But the head I just spray painted orange, and I really love the design of it. I think it looks great. And it gives it this great like punk rock, like edgy, very gothic emo feel, which I like because that fits Ghosty's whole thing. And so because of that, that's going to be a big part of her character going on, and there's a little bit of hints in the Christmas special what her true nature is. Again, she's still herself, but it's more of an enhanced. It's what you do, like what I do when I'm doing a video right now. You think I talk to people at home with this great animated voice? I don't. I mean, I talk like this at home and more relaxed and, more. But when you're going out with people, you enhance your personality a bit. And Ghosty does that because she feels like that's the only way people will accept her. And that's why she liked Camilo so much, because Camilo liked her for who she was. He didn't like her because she was a Halloween ancient. She liked her because of Ghosty, and she's the first person who did that. He's the first person who felt that way towards her and who liked her just for her. And that's why she, is so touched by Camilo, and that's, you might want to take these off when you put the arms on, it's kind of hard otherwise. And that's why, part of the reason why they became a thing, also because, when her parents abandoned her, she was left alone, just like how Camilo has always been. I think I broke the ball joint in here, I can't say for sure. Just like how Camilo has always been alone, which technically he hasn't because of Faria, but to him, she hasn't been talking to him for the past 10 years because of the firewall and the virus or whatever that she had. And so because of that, he's felt like he's always been alone too, just like Ghosty. But anyway, more back to Ghosty. I'm sorry, I keep talking about freaking Camilo. But that's a big part of her personality and a big part of who she is. And there's a lot of she's supposed to kind of I don't know. It's hard to explain. There's definitely a reason why Ghosty is a plant person and why Chameleon is a robot. There's definitely some symbolism there. That's on purpose. I can't get into it right now, spoilers, but there's symbolism there. And she's a great character because she's got more layers that, again, I haven't shown yet, like the whole idea of putting up a little bit of a show and having that barrier and a lot of stuff with her parents, because her species are the sprites. Because, again, I mean, this isn't really too established in the Halloween special, but the idea is that there's each of the Halloween pocket dimensions for each holiday pocket dimension for each holiday, and there are an array of holiday sprites, different species that live there. And Ghosty is an Ichabod sprite or a pumpkin sprite, and there are like skeleton sprites, and there are phantom sprites and stuff like that. And Ghosty's species of sprite, they have so the reason why her mother abandoned her, she mentioned, didn't want to keep me like the others or something like that, is because when sprites have kids, they have a whole bunch. Ghosty's supposed to have like 11 siblings or something like that. And you also probably noticed how one foot here isn't like the other one. That's on purpose because she's a little bit of a physical deformity with her foot, and her mother saw that and rejected her, and and didn't keep her and like cast her out, and because of that physical deformity. Yeah, her mom's not a very nice person. None of the sprites really are, except for Ghosty, obviously. And so that's another thing with her character I haven't really talked about too much. Is that part of her, is the whole idea of being rejected because, of that. So like she's got a lot more to her and a lot more going on, but she's a great character. I think Noretta does a fantastic job voicing her. Noretta loves voicing her too, and Noretta has done some great artwork, which I'll be posting up here, hopefully. And I think she's one of the better characters I've had in Faughtum, and I just like her design in general. I think people really like her too, which is great. And I'm looking forward to the future, and definitely more holidays. We're going to focus on the holiday specials. We'll kind of transition from being about Chameleon to being about Ghosty. And so so she will be getting her own solo episodes, hopefully. I mean, I can't make any promises yet. Anything can happen. I could get hit by a bus. But the hope is to give her a lot of her own solo episodes and for her to carry on the holiday arc, so that she's got her own stuff going on, because I don't just want her to be there to be Chameleon's girlfriend or whatever. But yeah, that's Ghosty. If you want to use the character or you want to use the build, I just recommend you give me credit. That would be nice. I'm not going to like go to your house and sue you or shoot you or something, but I would really appreciate if you did give me credit, because I am very proud of her build. And so, yeah. That's pretty much it for Ghosty. I think I tried to talk about as much as I could and give her one spotlight. She's not a character like Chameleon where he's gone through variations and here, I'll just throw in Chameleon here to have them next to each other. She's not like Chameleon. Chameleon's gone through variations and Shane. She hasn't, so there's not as much to talk about. And he's had more time, but I think she's a great character, and hopefully in the future we will see more of Ghosty. And she's still a kid. I want to confirm this already. She's still a kid. She's 16. Chameleon was 16. Her birthday is April 22nd. There's a reason for that, which you can Google. Just Google April 22nd. You'll figure it out really quickly. And so the reason I'm mentioning that is because she's still growing up, just like Chameleon. So there will be later versions of Ghosty. She'll get taller and older. Just like there will be for Chameleon. Right now, this is how they are, probably for the next year, but there will be later versions. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys. Why am I taking Ghosty out? It's her video. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.